of shared meals and quiet evenings, of dreams and compromises. And yet, here I am, staring into the wreckage of what feels like someone else's life. It started with something so deceptively ordinary. My husband got tipsy at a work event and kissed another woman. A kiss. Just one moment, he insists. But that single betrayal now hangs over me like a blade. And the cruelest part? I had no idea until I stumbled across it by accident. I'm 43, he's 45. We've been together for 21 years, married for 15, child-free by choice. On the outside, people would probably say we had a solid marriage. We smiled in holiday photos, hosted friends at our home, traveled to the places couples were supposed to go when rekindling love. But behind closed doors, cracks began to spread like spider webs across glass. By the end of last year, I could feel it. The distance, the silence, the way he no longer reached for me. Conversations shrank to logistical updates. Bills, groceries, who would walk the dogs. Affection became a memory. He seemed disengaged, even hostile at times, snapping at me for the smallest things. I chalked it up to stress, to finances, to the invisible burdens men carry but never voice. I told myself it would pass, but it didn't. It has been more than a year since we were intimate. A full year. Do you know how long 12 months can feel when the person who vowed to love you no longer even touches you? Desperation clawed at me. I planned 2 trips to an island paradise, thinking maybe, just maybe, the beauty of turquoise seas and golden sunsets could breathe life back into us. November 2024, then again in June 2025. Both times, nothing happened. No spark, no intimacy, not even a flicker of the man I once knew. After the second trip, I felt hollow. I had given everything, my effort, my savings, my hope, and still I was met with nothing. At home, I carried the weight of our life alone. Cooking, cleaning, groceries, laundry, caring for our dogs, all while working 5 or 6 days a week. He contributed little. When my birthday came this year, he put no thought into it. No gift, no gesture. Just nothing. Something inside me snapped. I decided not to bother anymore. And yet, something gnawed at me, a whisper of suspicion I couldn't ignore. 1 month ago, curiosity, or maybe desperation, drove me to his laptop. I wasn't snooping for secrets. I was searching for answers. If there was some digital confessions, my mind piecing together a puzzle I never asked to solve. When I confronted him, he lied. Of course he did. He spun half-truths, excuses, anything to cover the tracks. But I had proof. And when I laid it in front of him, he broke. He confessed. The kiss. November 2024. A work event. Alcohol. A vendor. Just a moment, he swore. A mistake. But the timing cut me open. That same November, I was recovering from major knee surgery. I had been vulnerable, weak, and dependent. I remember lying in a sterile hospital bed, machines beeping around me, nurses rushing past, and him, my husband, barely present. He didn't want to stay overnight, even though the ward was understaffed and I was a fall risk. He spent more time on his phone than by my side. 3 days in the hospital and maybe 5 total hours with me. That was all. Meanwhile, he had energy to kiss someone else. I think that just weeks after, I whisked him away on an all-expenses-paid island trip to rekindle our marriage. It makes me physically ill. The discovery detonated in our home like a bomb. In the first 2 days, we swung wildly through what therapists call hysterical bonding, clinging to each other, desperate, frantic. He cried, said he was drowning in guilt. He swore he loved me. We booked therapy. He made all the right noises, wore remorse like a costume. But I don't know what's real anymore. Apparently, he has ED. Even corn doesn't help. He's on testosterone. He's in therapy. And maybe, just maybe, there's an explanation that extends beyond betrayal. But what explanation could justify kissing another woman while your wife lies in a hospital bed? Now I'm torn in 2 directions. Some days, I want to forgive. Other days, I research divorce lawyers and single apartments. It's been nearly a month since DA, and I still can't decide whether to rebuild or walk away. In the meantime, he's trying, helping around the house, smothering me with affection, present in ways he wasn't before. But every gesture feels tainted. Too little, too late, because the questions won't leave me alone. What kind of man cheats when his wife is post-surgery, vulnerable, needing care? What if I had never discovered the truth? Would he have carried on, smiling across the dinner table while hiding his betrayal? What if this sudden change in him is just performance, temporary guilt before he slips back into old patterns? I've always said cheating was a deal breaker. I told him that long before we married. He knew. He had seen what betrayal did to me when an ex-boyfriend cheated, and still, he chose to cross that line. So now I ask myself, what kind of woman am I? Am I someone who swallows her pain, buries her pride, and lets the man who disrespected her once have another chance to do it again? Or am I someone who walks away, no matter the cost, no matter the loneliness that waits on the other side? Every morning I wake up with that question lodged in my chest like shrapnel, and every night I fall asleep with no answer. This is my story, raw, messy, unfinished. I don't know yet if it ends with forgiveness or with freedom, but I do know this. Betrayal is not just about a kiss. It's about the choices that lead to it, the silence that follows it, and the doubt that grows like ivy in its aftermath. So tell me, what would you do?